Okay, so good morning. Oh, a nice sunny day, warm and bright. No, it's been raining overnight, so it's quite miserable. And it's cold. And the sky is grey. But for the next couple of hours, we have a free house. So I'm making the most of this time to get a back session in. Now, I'm still rehabbing an injury, still not allowed to deadlift. I had a little bit of a setback last week, earlier on this week even. I was doing benching and I ended up really inflaming my glute, my lower back. Lower back's fine again, but my glute and the pain that I've been having in my glute feels not horrendous, but a little bit worse than what it was. So I've got to be really, really careful. It's manageable. I can walk. I'm not hobbling again, but it's manageable. I can do certain things still. I can still squat and stuff without pain, but getting up in the morning, walking about, sitting in a car and stuff, it's painful. So anyway, training back today. Can't deadlift. We do a lot of other stuff. I can do shrugs without pain as long as I'm conservative with the weights that I use and my stance, my posture, being really careful. So I've actually started doing it in my power rack, almost so the power rack becomes like a Smith machine, and that takes a lot of pressure off of my back. So you might see a snippet of that at the end as a finisher. But right now I'm talking loads, so I'm going to wrap this up. Pull downs, first exercise. Under grip pull downs, second exercise. One arm chest supported dumbbell row, third exercise. Bent arm pullovers, fourth exercise. And then finish with some shrugs and some neck work. So yeah, see you then. Okay, that felt good. 80 kilos loaded up on the pull downs. That was a feeler set. What I've been doing for a lot of my, like, doing more bodybuilding type training is not so much the Mike Mentzer high intensity approach, but it's a bit more like the sort of Dorian Yates, I suppose, high intensity approach, with a bit more volume. I'll work up, do like say 10 reps each set as I'm working up. Then when I get to my top weight, I'll do a little feeler set what that feeler set does is it indicates to me, is this top set too light? Is it too heavy? Do I actually need to go down for my top set? So I'll do a feeler set. If it feels good, I know that's the right weight, and then I'll usually do one all-out set to failure, throwing partials, or sometimes you can even like do like a drop set or something as well. So I'll do that for like most of the bodybuilding stuff, exercises. And then obviously when I'm doing my compound movements, my strength movements, squats, bench presses, when I can do them again, deadlifts, shoulder presses, things like this, bent over rows. Also doing for dips and pull-ups, but when I'm doing my compound exercises, I'll do more of just a strength template. Well, I'll do multiple sets for anywhere between 3 to 6 reps. Sometimes going to the 1 and 2s, but usually it's anywhere between 3 to 6 sort of rep range. I'll do multiple sets, but I'll do it like cluster sets. That's how I like to do my training. That's power building. That is power building in its purest form. It's taking the elements of powerlifting and strength development training and mixing them into more of a hypertrophy yielding layout. You're building the body up with power movements, so, and then you sprinkle on the isolation movements on top. You build a pretty big, powerful physique. It's great for drug-free guys, honestly. If you're natural, you should be training with power movements as well as bodybuilding movements. It will just create so much more, a different type of thickness, a different type of look, very powerful look. Anyway, so yeah, next set, top set. Okay, that felt good as well. A couple of sets of undergrip pull downs. Went straight into the working sets. And once you've got blood into a muscle, there's only so many warm-up sets you need. after that. Even for like pressing movements, if you've just done a little bench press and you're going to do like a dumbbell press afterwards, it doesn't make sense to start all the way from the little weights again and work all the way back up. If you're planning on like pressing like 50 kilo dumbbells, grab the 40s maybe, or 42s, do a feel set, make sure it feels alright, and then you go straight into the 50s, because everything's already warm. As long as your form's good, your technique's good, you're not sloppy, you'll be fine. Otherwise you're just wasting energy that you could be putting into those sets, those top sets. And those top sets with the top weight, those reps and stuff, they're going to be the ones that are really building the muscle the most, because they're the ones that are going to be creating the most mechanical tension. If you don't have a lot of energy for that mechanical tension, you're not going to be able to have the most mechanical tension you need for as long as you really need it to be, to create that hypertrophy response. So yeah, a lot of the movements now you'll see will probably just be like a feeler set and then straight into like a top set. So yeah, dumbbell row.